It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Falcons and the Eagles under the lights on Monday night.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they've definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he showed some burst on that return, getting them all the way to their own 40. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out in his 13th season out of Michigan State is Kirk Cousins.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he gets him around 6 there. That's the long-tenured Brandon Graham with the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Staying with Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So that right there, exactly what you're looking for in the opening drive of a game.
And these opening drives are tone setters. You come out flat, maybe you go 3 and out. Sometimes there's a carryover effect, Kate, but here they were sharp, they were crisp, and they grabbed the early lead.
Younghoe Koo on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So here are the Eagles now for their first drive. They're led out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Good.
Campbell going to motion over right. On first down, Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
That's complete. Here's Brown. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, the football's loose. And they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed and got him the ball back.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Great. Set. No touch.
Hurts now from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. He can run it. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
No touch.
Working inside the red zone. Able to get it to Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's 2nd and goal.
Great. Set. No touch.
Hurts setting up to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll get this up to the 29-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll return to the link right after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at 2nd and 4. Another carry for Robinson. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. They're set up at the 35 now. Going to the ground again on 1st. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first. Robinson on the inside give. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Devin White hauls him down. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. Now the give for Bijan. And they bring him down around the 34. And he's certainly given us a performance worthy of these primetime lights. This is now a 100-yard game that he's put together. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run it with Bijan. And that's good for a gain of 5. Darius Slay with the stop. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Falcons driving. They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And wow, nearly a pick on that check down. A bit lucky that he couldn't hang on to it, and it fell incomplete.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
Has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Algier crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get some late points and the lead. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Coup on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7.
Eagles 7.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, With plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden ratings hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boot. Along the right sideline, there's space. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Rush coming off the edge, and they block it! Wow, nearly the unthinkable. He almost turned the block into 2 points, but they caught up to him at the very last second for the tackle.
I could feel the anger all the way up here, Kate. They did not like giving up the big play, the lengthy touchdown, and they decided to release a little bit of that frustration via the special teams. That juice, that energy, you could feel it. It overwhelmed there and led to the block.
This return makes it up to the 25. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And clinging to this 1-point lead, Brock, probably don't want to risk too much here. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throw for Cousins. This one falls incomplete. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Cousins. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense staying out there. Look at this. They're trying 4th and 9. They're going for this. Got a man. It's London. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing is Cousins. Able to get it to Moore. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll push their lead to 4. We've reached the midway point of this game. The visiting Falcons taking a lead into that locker room. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and the old quarterback momentarily. But first, let's give everyone a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was the visiting Seahawks who were able to come away with the road victory. Kenneth Walker, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. George Pickens leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown catch in the victory. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Ewart. These two teams making their final adjustments for the second half ahead. It's time to get back at it. For the call, let's rejoin Kate Scott and Brock Ewart.
To kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. Philadelphia has its offense out to start this third quarter. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
No touch that. No touch that. No touch.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Braylon Trice there to meet him. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Great, set. No touch.
Completed left side to Smith. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Great, set. No touch.
2nd and 10 now. That pass complete to Goddard. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Great, set. No touch.
Option play, they give it to Barkley. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
This one finds Goddard. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Great, set. No touch.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 42. This finds Smith. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
No touch that.
Hurts throwing again. Has it down close. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take the lead right away in half number 2. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half. It puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Elliott on now to attempt a point after. Pressure off left, and it's blocked!
That is a sneaky little play here from the special teams unit. I know, you might be thinking, yeah, they lost the lead, but that block, you know what it does? It's kind of like life. We have energy givers and energy takers, and that one just gave a little energy back to the team, even though they're down and now got to fight back.
And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons returning their offense and this running back to the field. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Finds a seam down the middle. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons grab the lead on their first series of the half. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons jump in front now by 5.
Eagles, 19. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith on the return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. First down, a run with Barkley. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 14. Goddard makes the catch. And that will not be enough for a first down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Short pass caught by his tight end. Then he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's the Eagles in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. just a little too far, and it's out of the side of the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons and this running back headed back out for a new series. And they should be well rested. They were only out there for one play last drive, and they found the end zone. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along the route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins again. Into the hands of Pitts. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Koo on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons push the lead up to 12.
31. Eagles 19. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Great, set.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he loses the football. Oh, and they got it back. This play is still live. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock, but now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do, got to bring a little bit of juice, but kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next.
First down throwing for Hurts. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From the 48. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles now within 1 score in the 4th. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Well, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. McLeod now returning it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The visitors and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Back to throw it. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Now Cousins again. Brought in right side by Moore. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And they get this down to the 28. It's a pickup of 11. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now we're on with Robinson. And he drives this forward to the 6. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. A touchdown would put this one to bed. A few shots at it here, starting with 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! The Falcons stretch it to a 2-score game in the 4th. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons push the lead up to 12.
Eagles 26. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
No touch set. No touch set.
Man in motion, headed right.
No touch.
On 1st down, Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Hey, let's go.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
63, 60.
Looking to throw it. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
A gain of 9.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Great. Set. No touch.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Going right side, Robinson with it. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. On the give, here's Robinson. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He gets a half dozen on the carry. That's also going to bring up 3rd and 6.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And he barrels across for the touchdown. The Falcons have likely locked up the win right there. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown, his 3rd of the game on the ground. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons go up by 19.
Bradley Pinion is set to kick off.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Returning it from the 4. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Fights off the pressure. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
It's second down and 10.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
No touch, set. No touch, set. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
On third down, it's Hurts. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback having a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from Philadelphia.